Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today is episode 14 of A Nation United, baby, as today we got a pretty big episode ahead of us, as right now we're heading into the 2027 trade deadline, and also we're going to be getting into the off season, doing a little bit of a review of the season as well. So we got a pretty good amount of stuff that we got to get into in today's episode. Before we get into it, I'd like to just say, if you are new to the channel, make sure to slap that subscribe button and hit that like button as well. And we're back up to the high quality webcam, as I got my camera lens fixed, so it's all good to go, and you guys should be getting the way better picture than what my phone gave. So let's get into today's episode, as we got lots of stuff to talk about. I was pretty disappointed, of course, in the last episode on how we ended, kind of got up to trade deadline. We struggled, and we didn't play as well as what I expected us to play. First up, Mikheyev Nichushkin had a crazy season. I give him tons of respect for the season that Nichushkin had throughout the entire season. Panarin was meh. Everyone else was just sort of, there, like everyone else producing not too bad. Barbashev had a really rough season, only 24 points there. Barbashev and Chekhovich, I think his name is. Even our depth was struggling. A lot of things. I think we just got to, flip the lines up a little bit, which is what we're going to be. What we're going to be doing in today's episode is we're just going to be basically trading away players that we don't need. Barbashev is one player that, struggled with the team, has not done very well. He's old, 31 years old. He's been playing with the Moscow Superstars since the dawn of time, and I think he could go somewhere else. This year, he's really struggled as a player. Last couple years, he's been great, but this year, going down on that third line has just, not made him the person that we want him to be, so we're going to be trading him off. Defensively, we're going to make some room so we could call up Puska and also Kolosov. We're planning on calling up those guys just so we could get a blend of a new roster going here for the Superstars and start developing some of our youngsters, which I think is something we definitely need to do going into the season. So we're just going to be basically a seller. What we're going to be looking to do, just selling, majority of the players that we could, basically sell off, unless there's like some Russian that we could basically pick up, which we are going to be going after a couple Russians. As you guys all know, there's a couple Russians that I did have a target on, and that we are going to be aiming for in this upcoming trade deadline. Now, none of them are, big name prospects. None of them are, your big name players, of course, which, is kind of a bummer. We weren't able to find any of those types of players, but players that we were able to find, though, is somebody from the Carolina Hurricanes and a nice prospect named Wisniewski. This is the first guy I want to pick up. I think he's going to be huge for the developmental of our core, our defense core, and it's an offensive defenseman that could be a power play guy for our team. I think he's going to be massive. He was a first-round pick. I think we missed him a couple of years back, but I think now picking him up now will be absolutely amazing. We could trade away Zadorov, sure. And I wouldn't mind trading away a pick, because honestly, we're not going to be getting very much for picks anyways this year anyways, just in general. We'll even retain a little bit of Zadorov's contract so you guys can afford him. And then we'll pick up like a fourth and a fifth on the way back as well, if we can. Perfect. Welcome to the team, Wisniewski. So we our first pickup already done and dealt with. So we made our first deal picking up our team, Wisniewski. And then also another thing, I don't know if we should just go all out and pick up Karakovo, because I was thinking about doing that and going after Vladislav Karakovo, or maybe even a Chinkinov. $2 million. He's on his last year of his deal, though. And I mean, we got so many snipers. I do not want to trade away Nichushkin, especially for 2/3. You think I'm going to really be doing that type of trade there, Boston? Hell no. We're not going to be trading away our best player that we got yet. I think Karakovo, we don't go after him. I mean, he's locked up for one more year. But the problem is, we got some young defensemen I really would like to rely on here in the next little bit, especially with Kulesov and Wisniewski. I want to rely on those guys developing and use those guys into the lineup. So I think that's just the way that we're going to go. Panarin I would like to trade away as well, but we're just going to be basically getting picks from him. And also, he has a no trade clause, so it has to be a team that is top of the division out of each of the teams. So Buffalo, which is weird, Columbus, okay, Minnesota, and Vegas Golden Knights. So Golden Knights, the Wild, Sabres, and the Blue Jackets, we could trade Artemi Panarin to. So a couple places that we could trade the guy to, which would be very nice. And also we're thinking about doing the exact same thing with Barbashev. There's not a lot going forward for this draft, so hopefully we could get some picks for... So no one wants Barbashev. Does anyone would like Panarin? No one wants Panarin. So basically no one wants these guys. Basically is what I'm seeing. No one wants the guys that we were looking to trade away. How about a Dmitry Kulikov? Does anyone want a Kulikov? We'll dump you off to the Wild. You could go maybe win a cup there. We'll dump off Dmitry Kulikov. We'll keep Zaitsev, and then we're going to be calling up Puskarayov and maybe Kulisov. And yeah, that's basically it. We don't need to do any more moves. Yeah. We don't need to do anything else. We're good to go just throughout the rest of the season. I think it's a very small trade deadline. Not a lot that we, need to put into this trade deadline. It's just a really quick one. Not a lot of investment into it. We picked up Vizhnevsky, which will improve our Russian defensive core massively, especially since it's another new younger player to the team. So that'll be very nice. And then we just got to make the lines now, because of course it's going to auto kind of rotate them, especially since we went after Vizhnevsky, which I don't think we're going to have him in the lineup. And that's the same with Kulisov. He's 77 years old, or 77 overall. I think he's having a great year down the AHL, so we'll keep him down there. We'll play him with Vizhnevsky, and we'll do that for the AHL. And then for the main core, we got to make the rosters once again. Koltsov there, Gurianov up there, Gurianov over here, Barbashev there, Ropasov. We could actually do a little bit of a new mixture here. Instead of Nemistankinov, we could throw Grigorenko. I don't know if that will really help, because I think we did get a lot of minuses from this line anyways, just in general, unless we do it like that. So we'll have to continue like that. And then defensively, we could throw in Puskarayov, because I'd rather have him there. And then instead of Lyubushkin, we could throw Alexeyev, because I think that would just be... Actually, Lyubushkin gets at that +3, so Lyubushkin would jump up to an 80 overall, which wouldn't be terrible. And then Puskarayov, we'll play him high up in the core, alongside of Makamandulin. Actually, we could play him on the... Yeah, no what? Fuck it, let's try it. Puskarayov alongside of Makamandulin. We'll see how that goes. Our defense core is really, really young. I mean, I'm a little bit worried about that. A little bit worried about this, this defense core being, the way that it is, super young. Because we're taking massive risks with developing Puskarayov off the get-go and, putting him right into a roster spot. We'll see how he performs. I'm not doing any more line changes. The lineup changes can just be basically the same, because this team will definitely not be a playoff team unless we win every game here on out, which I just don't believe that this team will be able to do unless it does. But we're almost near 40 losses on the year, which absolutely guarantees you that you most likely will not be in a playoff spot. So whatevs, we will deal with that. It is what it is. I know that this draft's gonna suck ass for us, because there's really nobody out there for Russians this year. Habibulin, or not Habibulin, yeah, Habibulin. Habibulin's the only one out there. We're missing out on another Habibulin, but he's Ukrainian. So we are really getting cucked out here. We get Habibulin, which is great. Alexei Morzano actually does not look that bad. Low top 6. And then Dimitrov, and that is really it. You don't get a lot of Russians in this draft. 2 solid pickups for the Moscow Superstars, but I mean... That's really it. And that's going to kind of suck. At least we get Habibulin. We absolutely guarantee ourselves another good defenseman. Just sucks that it's another medium top 4 once again, which that means we've drafted so far Chaika medium top 4, and then Puskarayov and Kulisov. All medium top 4 guys. None of them have been medium elites. The only actual guy that we have drafted that has been an elite has been Mikhail Sergachev, who was an absolute stellar guy this year. 92 points on the season, 63 goals, which is a new franchise record for Mikhail Sergachev. Great regular season records, but yet still not able to get into the playoffs, which this division is just absolute stacked. Even then, we had a pretty bad season just in general, but defensively we sucked. Just about everything we sucked in. Our power play actually near the end wasn't terrible either, so that's I guess is nice to see. But Panarin, 63 points on the season. He definitely had a bit of a down year. Did he have a he had a bit of a down year. I mean, not terrible from Panarin, but I wish it was a bit better, especially from the rest of our core. Like Nikita Koltsov struggled. Ruslan Koltsov didn't do too bad up on that top line, actually. Nichushkin, only 33. Not a lot of guys had a lot of goals compared to Panarin and Michkov. Michkov really carried the team offensively, and then our depth was just absolutely abysmal. Puskaraiva played about 19 games. Wasn't terrible. -8 alongside of Macam and Doolin. They didn't do too well anyways, just in general. And then Maxim Nichushkin played a lot of this year, 93 save percentage. Yeah, he carried the squad for us this year. He did last year. It sucks that we didn't improve this season. So we'll jump into the what we'll do. Actually, I forgot. Let's take a look at the rest of the league right quick, and we'll do that. Alrighty, so we'll take a look at the rest of the league, see how well everyone else did around the league. I know Mikheyev Michkov, I think, might be leading the goal scoring without a doubt because just 63 goals. Yeah, Mikheyev Michkov leads the league in goal scoring there with 63. Absolute beast of a season there for Michkov. DeBrincat led the league in goal scoring. Just behind from him was Sam Reinhart and also Alexander Nylander and Leon Draisaitl, who's playing there in St. Louis right now. Signed $11 million contract, leaving Connor McDavid in the dust there in Edmonton. Defensively, Rasmus Dahlin there leading the league in points. As a defenseman, Quinn Hughes was just right behind him, same with Zach Werenski and Noah Hannafin. Goaltending-wise, Jake Oettinger is now in Ottawa and having an amazing career there. 910 save percentage. Amazing. Cal Peterson as well had a good season there for Pittsburgh. And I don't think we had any big rookies here in Moscow. So I think the only big rookie that we actually had was what's his face that we had on the team that was a rookie? Vorobyev. I think Vorobyev is the only rookie that we actually had who had 16 points on the season. Did not have the greatest year. He was one of our depth players for the Moscow Superstars. So going into this season, I don't know. We kind of just threw together a roster that we hoped would work, and it didn't. It didn't work for us, and I think we're just going to go really young this season and just develop. I think that's going to be the biggest focus right now out of us is that, if we see someone in free agency that could change our squad, then we'll pick them up. But if they're not and they don't, help us, improve this team, and we actually place third in the draft lottery. I mean, it doesn't matter anyways because we know we're going to be going after Happy Bulin anyways, so that won't change a single bit. But the biggest focus this year is to try to build a team that works. And I think that's going to be the biggest thing is, even with our depth, is finding something that works. Sid the Kid retires from the NHL this year. 1,827 points in his career, and he retires at the age of 39 here in 2027. Same with Stamkos and Tavares. They also retire as well. So some big retirees this season. And Stamkos does become a coach there in Chicago. Some coaching retirements or scouting retirements or whatever the hell they are. And there we go. Minnesota Wild also win the Stanley Cup. I did not really see that, but Minnesota Wild are your Stanley Cup champions here in 2027. We've been seeing so many weird teams win the Cup. The Blue Jackets, the Panthers, the Sens, and the Wild. Some weird teams winning the Cup. It was Wild and the Blue Jackets. DeBrincat wins your Art Ross and the Hart Memorial. Rasmus Dahlin gets the James Norris. DeBrincat wins the Lady Byng. Lambert wins the Calder. Ruslan Koltsov won it last year. Gustin won the Conn Smythe. Peterson won the Vezina. Ottinger won the William Jennings. Jetwu won the Bill Masterton. Kopitar won the Jack Adams. Wow, that's crazy to see. Barrett Hayton won the Frank J. Selke. DeBrincat wins the Ted Lindsay. And Matej Michkov won the Maurice Richard for the first time in his career. I think that was his first time in his career that he won that. So great to see that from Michkov. So since we have tons of time and we haven't really done too much in this episode, we are going to be going through the draft. And I don't think we actually even have very much to do here in this upcoming free agency. We already have Koltsov and Michkov signed up to a big contract. Basically, it's just to, keep maintaining the roster and to keep improving it. We're going to lose Panarin most likely this year. We'll probably have to make a couple more moves. Ropasov and Mikheyev, they dropped off, man. Jesus, that sucks. I don't think we're going to be able to do very much for our offensive core. I think it would be awesome if we're able to improve it, but if not, we might be screwed by salary cap. We'll have to see, though, if we are screwed by salary cap or not, but we'll sim up to our picks since we're not going to really be able to get any of the high-tier prospects that, we could possibly get in this draft. We're not going to be able to. We're going to have to go to Russia, and our first ever pick in this draft will be Yuri Habibulin from Russia. Welcome to the team, my man. Hopefully, you're going to be a good defensive defenseman. You're 74 overall, so that is perfect for me, and you got some great stats. His defensive analytics look great. Another left-hander, which, I mean, the amount of left-handers we have is absolutely nuts right now. Excuse me, but we have a lot of left-handers. It's nuts, the amount of left-handers we have. And the next guy is Alexei Morzan, 6'4", low top 4 or low top 6, 65 overall power forward. I'll take that. If he improves into being somebody good, then that's great for us. We're not going to be trading for Sean Durzi because he's not a Russian, sadly. Yeah, this draft, I think from here on out, there's not really a lot of players. Dimitrov is the next guy that we could pick up, low top 9. 58 overall. I was saying this right before at the start of the season that there was going to be nothing special in this draft, and from what it looks like, yeah, I was certainly correct about that there is really nobody in this draft that is really catching my eye. Oleg Vizhnevsky, sure, why not? Random pick, see how he turns out to be. A bum. A bum. Not very good. I mean, I was kind of expecting that this is how this draft was going to go for the Moscow Superstars, was that it was going to be another mediocre draft. It actually hasn't been terrible. I'll give it that. It hasn't been the worst draft in the world, because it could have been way worse. Actually, we do need a right-handed defenseman. So, Sergei Przingin, or whatever the hell his name is, medium 7D man, awesome. At a 48 overall, he's going to be absolutely nobody for the Moscow Superstars. Awesome. Awesome possum. I think the biggest downplay of doing this nation united here with the Moscow Superstars is that it is really hard to get a lot of Russians in NHL because of the fact that you have the KHL, so most of the Russians play in the KHL. You don't have a lot of the guys that are actually good, that you could potentially bring into the team. A lot of them are off playing there, and they don't got a lot of defensemen. That is the biggest thing that I can see out of Russia is you got barely any Russian defense. I mean, you could try your hardest to pick some good Russian defense, but you're going to have to wait years. Like, we've been waiting years to just build up that, that core of defensive prospects, and now we have a decent amount of it, but who's going to be actually good and who's going to, like, are you going to be bad? Are you going to be good? What are you going to produce for us? And this draft has just been really rough for us. We have not been getting the players that we've been really aiming for. Just not getting anyone. Ivanov, sure. Levinov. Oh, baby, let's go! Oh my god, let's go, baby. Boris Levinov from the 6th round. I've been downplaying this draft, and we just got our first steal ever in this franchise mode. Oh my lord. Welcome to the team, my man. Boris Levinov. My man, coming out of nowhere. What a steal for the team. My lord, dude. We got to pick off Nikolai Chestov. Doesn't turn out to be anything, but my lord. Boris Levinov absolutely steals that. With Habibulin, that was a steal. That was a steal. Boris Levinov, playmaker, low lead at 60 overall. That is absolutely amazing for the Moscow Superstars. Amazing. Let's go, baby. Let's go. So, we got $22 million walking into this offseason. So, we got some some extra cash. And also, we just got probably one of the greatest drafts we could ever ask for, in picking up Boris Levinov, and not just that, also getting Habibulin as well, and a great great defensive guy in Habibulin. So our defense core, we're developing it great, and it's looking pretty solid. So now we just got to go through free agency day, and a lot of our guys have completely dropped off the face of the earth, which kind of sucks. Nemastenkonov will let go of Trenton. I would not mind back. Sure, we'll sign you like that. I wouldn't mind that. Maximum Latunov. Sure, we'll get you back on a cheap deal. Get you on a cheap deal. Just get everyone kind of you know, the prospects that, you know, might turn out to be something like this. Pavel Koldubin dude, playmaker, could potentially be something for us. Nicholas Bykov, yes, we need to get him back on the team. He was one of our big draft picks from 2025. That was actually one of the years that we actually did not do that bad. That was when we were kind of on the uprise, and then, you know, we slowly have kind of hit a total wall, apparently. Like, we have hit the hardest wall you could possibly hit right now for the Moscow Superstars. This past season, at least, we have hit a really hard wall. And I think we'll be able to rebound, though. I think this building here this year will be able to hopefully rebound the team a little bit. So, Zaitsev, 35 years old. I don't need any old guys back on the team. If you're going to be a bum, we don't need you back. Lyubushkin's cheap. We could get him right back on the team. Nesterov, might as well sign him. He's a veteran guy. He's been playing here since day one. Vizhnevsky will get you back. Samorokov, same with you. You've been here for a long time, but you want money, so you could piss off. And that's everybody. And then goaltending wise, we got to get Nichushkin back onto a contract. He does not want to stay here, but I don't give a crap. We're going to be signing him back to a contract. 6.5. We got to pop up the wheel, decide right quickly, actually, before I forget. All right, so just spinning the wheel now, and it will be a nothing. No trade clause, nothing for a no movement clause, so nothing for Nichushkin. Welcome back on the team, buddy. I'd like to get Georgiev back on the team as well. Syorkin could leave. Zugamandulan will keep you here. And then Voinov will sign you back to another deal. And yeah, that's really it. We don't need to do anything else. We could advance the day and see if we get everyone back on the team. Hopefully we do. Nesterov doesn't want to be back. Yeah, a lot of players I think don't want to be back just because of the fact that, you know, we were a bum team this year. So we'll just quickly go back in there, see how much money we have. $17 million. We are really broke this year. Really are. Vorobyev, if we could get you at a 3-year contract, I wouldn't mind that. 3-year contract at 1.4. Try to get you at that. Trenin, you're good defensively, and especially if we're going to be needing you this year, I would like to have you back. Alexiev, that's the same with you. Would love to have you back. Lyubushkin, same with you. Wouldn't we actually could just go without you? Probably. We could probably find somebody better. And then the Nichushkin sign. Nichushkin did sign. Georgiev did not, but we could easily sign him to like a $1.5 million deal. Hopefully that should work for Georgiev. There we go. That should work for everyone. We're down to $15 million, so we should have gotten everyone. Barbashev, we're not signing back this year, like we have said. He had a pretty bad year this year, unless we could get him for dirt cheap, which we can, so why not? Why not get Barbashev back for like $2 million? I don't see why not for Barbashev. I mean, you take a look at the core. We could go because we're gonna need Barbashev, I think, to play center this year. We'll have to. Maybe we play Barbashev alongside of Michkov again. I don't know. We'll have to figure out something, but I think we could definitely use him this year. And then Vorobyev we could use as well. But I think we're gonna definitely have some moving around to do with this squad. So we did not. I don't think we actually had to sign anyone to a big contract that we had to actually give them a spin on the wheel. Did I give Michkov a spin on the wheel or not? Let me know. I might have to double check. So in the next episode, I'll definitely double check these guys when I definitely signed either Ruslan Koltsov and Mikheyev Michkov if I spin the wheel on these guys, because I know they're definitely, oh no, they might actually be RFAs throughout the entire thing, and that's why I might have signed those contracts, because they might just be RFAs all the way through, because they are 22 years old. So I think they're good on their contracts, because he goes up for 3 years, so that's all RFA years. 5 years, that's all RFA years for Michkov, so they don't need anything. So yeah, I think the team's ready to go. The team is ready to go into the next season, so that is what we're going to be doing, getting ready to go into the next season and get ready to go for free agency day, which is what I'll leave up to you guys in the next video, because I don't think there will be anything big in this one. Most likely there will not be, but if there is, we'll practically just end it here, I think, is what we will do if there's anybody big. And there's nobody big for the offensive core that could really come in unless we want to pick up Buchnevich, but he sucks defensively, and that's one thing I do want to improve upon is our defensive game. Pinar we could pick up again. We could pick up Chinkinov. He's there, but that's another sniper that we really don't need. Shevchnikov we could pick up as a depth player, but we really don't need him. Yeah, so there's really not a lot of good-looking players right now out here that I could really see that are Russian, that would be steals for us, that could highly improve the team. I'm not seeing any of that. And we could pick up the playmaker here in Kovanov, but that would be pretty expensive to pick him up. Defensively, I'm not seeing anybody. Once again, this is just another, rough offseason here for the Moscow Superstars once again. Just not the free agencies that we were looking for. So we might have to pick up Kulikov or one of those guys again. We might have to do that again. Ugh. But I think that will be basically, oh my god, there's Askarov in today's. Oh my lord, that would be a great pickup. Askarov for Moscow Superstars. But anyways. I think I'm going to end the episode here for you guys. But in the next episode, I'd like to hear you guys' comments section in the comment section below. What should we do next? What should the lineup combinations be? Honestly, it is looking very bleak for the Moscow Superstars. I really don't know what's next. I'm hoping that this team can massively improve into something, but I'd like to hear you guys' opinion. What should the lineups be going into next year? Should we even try to be a playoff team? What should we really do here with the Moscow Superstars? We have, really went down this year. We had a really rough season, probably one of our roughest seasons yet, and we should have been playing good, but we didn't. Now there's not a lot of big free agent names out there. There's just not a lot of big names out there in general that we could really pick up to improve this team. Looking around the block, there's not a lot of players that, can potentially help this team out for the future. Unless we were, hang on. Klim Kostin. Hang a second. All right, here we go. Russian power forward. I think we might have been just able to find a guy that we might have been able to pick up, and he's expensive, but I think we could potentially make this team a playoff team. I really do believe that. I know said that last year. Should we be patient, or should we try to pick up Klim Kostin? What should the lineup combinations be in the next episode? Let me guys know in the comment section below as I let out a very nice burp. Oh my god, another nice burp. I'm letting out so many burps right now as there's not a lot of, defensemen out there that we could really pick up from the team. But there's Klim Kostin. So let me guys know in the comment section below what the Moscow Superstars should do next. But for right now, guys, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next episode. Adios, amigo.